We do need to start. Opposite there. Yes, rather than saying to the chief executive, can you leave this for me? Right, good morning.
Oh, of course. What's happened to the speakers? They're coming out. Oh, here.
Am I too loud?
Oh, I've never heard these broadcasting before.
Oh, just don't tell everybody you've got me in stereo. You could have them in the cathedral, the future. Right. We've got two apologies for absence, Mandy Chilcott and Evelyn Stacey, I should say, the final Council Committee, the 2nd December 2025. Declarations of interest. Robin?
No.
Brilliant, thank you. I'm just going to... No, I don't need to say that. So we need to approve the correct record of minutes of the meeting, which was the 5th of November 2024. Which I was here. Can I have somebody to move? Mike, are you sat there? Thank you. Somebody second? Francis, thank you. All those in favour?
I wasn't here.
Well,
I can't vote.
You can't. Can I... Any items arising, matters arising, page 1, page 2, all happy? Brilliant, thank you. Public speaking, we have no members of the public here. And item 5, statement of accounts. So I'm going to go over to Ben, who's going to give us a report.
Thank you, Chairman. I'd like to introduce to you Grace Hawkins and Oscar Edwards of Grant Thornton to lead you through these items this morning. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Oscar. Good morning.
Yeah. Thanks, Ben. Good morning, everyone. So we have our final accounts reports on the agenda today. So we have two responsibilities, one for the audit of the financial statements themselves and another to do a commentary on your value for money arrangements. So the first report on the agenda today is our audit findings report on the financial statements. Our audit started back in October, so we've done really well to enable us to reach a timely conclusion today. And we plan to issue an unqualified clean opinion following the approval after this meeting. Before I hand over to Oscar just to go through some of the detailed findings, I'd just like to thank Ben and his team for all of their support over the last couple of months, and also for facilitating an on-site visit as well, which is really helpful to get things moving and to have an efficient audit. So thank you to Ben, but I'll hand over to Oscar to go through some of the details of the report.
Yeah, thank you, Grace. So to start with a high-level summary, so the audit has gone really well this year, and we've finalised all of our audit work as of today. We haven't identified any significant findings in our audit, and there are also no significant control deficiencies to report. I'd just like to first of all reiterate what Grace said and thank the members of the finance team for their support in turning queries around in a timely manner, which has helped us to get into this position. So just to take you through the report. First thing to say is our report that you have was issued on the 18th of November, and at that time there were a few outstanding areas. These can be seen listed on page 10 of your packs, which is page 6 of our report. I'm pleased to say that all work has now been concluded, and we'll be issuing a final version of the report when we sign the opinion. The main update for you guys to be noted on is in relation to the land and building valuations, which was the significant risk area outstanding on the 18th of November. And I'll take you through the findings on that next when we go through the significant risks. If you turn to page 20 in your packs, you'll see the summary of significant risks. So starting with management override of controls. This is a mandated significant risk in line with ISA 240. The work in this area mainly involves testing journal entries. So we selected 28 journals using a risk-based approach and tested these back to supporting documents. Overall, we didn't identify any issues, and all journals tested were found to be valid business-related journals. The other aspect to this area of management override is in relation to significant estimates. And again, we haven't identified any issues in relation to that area to bring to your attention. Moving on to page 21 of your packs. This is in relation to land and buildings valuations. This area is noted as outstanding in your report. but this area is now concluded. Overall, we haven't identified any significant issues with the property, plant and equipment valuations. We have identified one unadjusted misstatement, which relates to a valuer error in their calculations. The error caused an overstatement of 18,000 in the value of the Pinkery Centre asset. On extrapolation, the total potential error is 31k. So this hasn't been adjusted for on the basis of it not being material. No other issues were noted in our land and buildings testing. So just to let you know that there were various pages in the audit findings report showing us to be confirmed, but these will be now updated in our final report to reflect the finding that I just mentioned. Overall, we're satisfied PPE is fairly stated. The next significant risk, page 22 of your reports, is the pension liability. In summary, we've not identified any issues other than a minor disclosure change relating to a legal case, the Virgin Media case, which was not previously disclosed. So to be clear, this case has no impact on the authority, but best practice is for there to be a disclosure on it, which management have now added. We've included detail on this in page 37 of our report, which is page 41 in your packs. Moving on to page 26 in your pack, in relation to IFRS 16, which is a new accounting standard, we've updated our assessment of IFRS 16. In our audit plan, this was noted as an other risk area. Upon review of the accounts, we've now concluded that this is not material for Exmoor, and we agree that no update should be made to the accounts for this accounting standard. This view is in line with IAS 1, which is basically states that non-material information should not be added, which could obscure material information. And our work has confirmed that management's assessment of this not being material is reasonable. So therefore, we haven't performed any detailed work on this area. If you turn to page 39 of your pack or page 35 of our report, you'll see we have identified one adjusted error of 30k. This relates to two prepayments which were incorrectly accounted for, but other than that, no other adjusted for errors were identified. In terms of other updates to the report, which you'll see in our final version, which is circulated later, in page 42 of your packs or page 38 of the report, the unadjusted misstatement table will be updated to reflect the PPE error that I noted before. And we've also identified 3 disclosure errors in our final procedures, but these have all been adjusted for and they're all minor in nature. So there's nothing else to report in that regard. I'll take the rest of the report as read, but happy to field any questions if there are any.
Thank you so much, Oscar. Members, have you any questions? Just one, I'm being picky, I know I'm being picky. It would be really helpful, I think, because we're not a council, if references were made to the authority rather than the council. So I'll just give you an idea, page 42, it keeps referring to the council, which throws me, even though I'm a councillor.
Yeah, I can update that, that's fine.
Thank you.
Chairman, I think those actually relate to the ICT findings, which are on the
Yeah.
Somerset Council SAP
Okay,
system,
well I
which
think
we
that
have.
may be made clearer, because
Right.
I read it as the council, meaning us by mistake, where if it's Somerset Council needs to do that, I think it needs to say Somerset Council.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Does that make, does everybody else in agreement, or am I being picky?
No, you're absolutely right. Because it's not clear.
No, I just thought, well, we're not the council, that's throwing me.
42, for instance.
Yeah, I'm saying 42, yeah. Is that all right, Oscar?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I can correct that on the final version. Yeah.
Andy?
One quick question. I think it's on the ICT findings. It sounds a bit boring, but the SAP log on, you've raised that as critical risk. And that was the underlying problem at Jaguar Land Rover, wasn't it, where people got in via that and brought the whole business down. I assume that's not a risk for us, that's to do with Somerset, is it? The SAP log on problem?
Yeah, so it's been reported because you use the SAP system in 24-25. It's not going to be an issue for you going forward because you've now got a new system from the 1st of April 2025. So basically these issues have only been reported because you use that system, SAP, in the financial year we're auditing, but because you've got a new system, it's unlikely to affect you going forward.
Good, yeah, thanks. Yeah, so that was how they got into general land, wasn't it, for SAP?
Oh, right, thank you.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to take that we're all happy with the report, and then obviously in our recommendations, we need to approve the letter of representation and to adopt the final statement of account for 24-25 and notice the draft audit opinion on financial statements. Is there somebody happy to move them all en bloc? Thank you. Anybody happy to? Stephen? All those in favour? Thank you very much. Can I thank you both for coming along virtually? It's nice to see you, and thank you for everything you've done. We will sign the letter now, actually. Okay. Thank you. Very happy to close the meeting.
Thank you.